I believe if you spend your whole life to yourself, for yourself, you have no purpose of being here. This planet is not in any way better for you having been here.
Is that what a good man is to you?
That's what a good man is to me. But I think everybody's balance is different. And I fear there was a problem for years on this side, but I fear, just like everything else, with that subject being pushed the way it is, we're going to get out of balance on the other side. When your internal battles come to the point that you need help because they have weakened you, then get help, okay? I don't like the trend in this circle, men's motivation circle. I don't like the hustle culture as is being brought out and taught today. I don't agree with it because I think it's out of balance. I think young men need to know that, hey, it's okay for you to sit down and to read and have a cigar and to chill and to think. Because I guarantee if you're in the weight room, pumping out all these reps and running on the machine, and then you're going into the cubicle and you flip open a computer and you're not thinking, you're learning, you're taking in, but you're not meditating on stuff, and you're not thinking. But that can be taken so far that young men are made to feel guilty for just sitting down and thinking and relaxing. And I understand that there was a tendency in this country. We had a lot of young men that were not raised with dads. They weren't raised to work, and so it's sitting on the couch playing the stupid Xbox, not growing up learning to work. So that pendulum went too far this way. So now you've got guys who, in order to counteract that, they swung the pendulum too far this way. And a balanced man needs to be somewhere in the middle. He needs to be able to work, to do what needs to be done to improve himself. And he also needs to sit around by the fire in the backyard and have a cigar and read some Kipling and just stay balanced. I have guys come into the school and I'm like, I don't say anything, it's not my business, but I'm like, you're going to die young.
Tightly wound?
Just tightly wound, and it's never enough. It's never enough. I'm like, when is it enough? What is enough? I've been thinking the last couple of weeks, I'm like, the saying is, just keep the main thing the main thing. But I think where we crash and burn is how we define the main thing. I think we are. I think a real man is born to serve. And serve means provide for those that are in your sphere of you to provide for. It means to protect. It means to encourage. It means to teach and to train. And sometimes it means to step back and let them hit the wall. Sometimes the best service you can do for somebody is to, when it's all done, walk up and look down and say, did that hurt? That's what they needed. But we won't do that because it makes us look bad, and even in our service to others, we do it for ulterior motives. But yes, I believe that very strongly. I believe if you spend your whole life to yourself, for yourself, you have no purpose of being here. I think a man has to find his own balance. You're going to get so many messages on here disagree with this. But I think that this thought of men's mental health, emotional health, go get help, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's out of place. But I think, like everything else, I think it could be taken to the point that men just become weak. So how does a man, an individual, pick any individual, how does he find that balance? What would you encourage or advise a young man, 19, 23, who doesn't have the benefit of the age and the experience? And what would you advise him and say, look, this is kind of an area that might help you find your balance? When you have the thought, don't trust the thought, I need to do this or I need to do that. What if we start asking ourselves why? Why do I need to run 300 miles with 2 broken legs? Because David Goggins said so? Why do I need to do that? What is the purpose? Not why for me, but why do I need to do that to make myself the man I need to be for those around me? Why do I need to say, you know what? I need to spend more time in the backyard with a cigar. Why do I need to do that? And if the answer is because I'm becoming overwhelmed, overtight, losing my balance, losing my focus on what really matters in life, I'm becoming hard to live with to those that I care the most about, to those who I am the most responsible for. So the why is, this will make me a better person for those around me. Me being able to bench press 200 pounds as opposed to 180 pounds does not necessarily make me a better person for those that I'm here to serve. It feeds my ego. So maybe a little more time in the gym doesn't answer the why, and a little more time in the backyard with my kids, that gives me a better answer to the why do I need to make this choice as opposed to that choice. And maybe that's a little more accessible to a young man without a lot of experience. I like me. I would buy me a drink. I look at me now and I see all the warts. Okay, I see all the negatives more than anybody else does. I see the positives. And over the whole balance of stuff, I like me. And I can give myself the same grace. If you and I were friends, I can give myself the same grace I can give you. Because I like me. I like me in spite of my understanding and the reality of my weaknesses and my warts and my scars and everything. But all in all, I'm a pretty good dude. And man, you got to get to that point. Outside of arrogance is pride mixed with ignorance. All right, that's the definition of arrogance. I'm not talking arrogance. I'm talking about, look, as a human being, I've failed at this, I've succeeded at that, I've wrecked this, but I've built that. And all in all, I've tried, and but I like me, so I'm gonna give me some grace. And it's as simple as that. I would buy me a cigar.
I wonder how many men can say that.
Not as many as should. And
I wonder how many people can say that. How many people say, I like me? They would give more grace, more care, more attention, more love to somebody else than themselves. There's a statistic around, I think on average, the likelihood that you are going to complete a course of antibiotics yourself is about 50%.
Right.
The likelihood of your dog completing it is 95%.
Yes. Yeah.
So we're literally capable of caring for a pet.
Right.
Nearly double as well as we can for ourselves. Remembering that if you die, no one can look after the pet.
Right.
So in an odd roundabout way, serving yourself and serving others from a cup which overflows around your own,
right,
or the saucer that sits around your cup is important. Without, and again, this sort of tension between being self-serving, being narcissistic, being egotistical, being self-centered, but not meaning that.
Right.
It's this delicate balance, and this is what comes with growing up. Right. And I think this is why one-size-fits-all flaming sword advice seems to die away as people get a little older.
Yeah.
You listen to a Joe Rogan, and a lot of what he's saying is hedged in some regard. It's caveated. It's this is what worked for me.
Right.
Not this is how everybody should do it.
Right.
And there's a humility that comes with age. Right.
Right. Because if you turn around and look back with open eyes at your life, you see all the scars. I mean, you can't. The only way you cannot be humble in old age is when you refuse to look at the reality of your life up to today. That's the only way.
Because nobody's skated through it perfectly.
But this is what drives This is what drives my, and it sounds ludicrous in my ears, but my business endeavors today. This is the core of what drives me. Okay, there is no business out there that I can take on. There is no monetary endeavor that I can take on that is worth the gamble of me losing me.